Honestly, I would say it's thanks to the medication that I'm not crying my eyes out right now. What kicked off a strong start to this new season of my life would be dyeing my hair. I really enjoyed being a redhead, but I was kind of getting tired of how fast my roots came in. I wanted to change, so that's where we will begin this video.
I love my new hair. It's so cute. I love the layers and I love the texture, and I think it looks amazing. And it feels like my first salon experience. Now that I'm like making money and stuff, it feels so nice to be able to afford things like this. I'm just growing older, and it just feels like an amazing surreal time to just be able to afford these small little luxuries.
The next event that happened shortly after dyeing my hair was that I needed to move out super quickly, and I was not given any notice in advance, so I had to literally move out the day I found out. Love my new place, and I'm so glad I left my old one.
As my previous dorms and apartments were very bare, I just never felt like I could bring anyone over or have my friends around because it just felt like it had no personality. I didn't know what they could even do if they went to my room. And so I just never really invited anyone over unless they were like really good friends of mine. I want to create a living environment where I can bring so many friends over. I can have parties, I can have dinners. I'm just gonna get everything ready for that.
I think I did a really great job at setting this place up. It's a lot much more cozier than my other apartments and dorms I lived at.
Now I am prepping for the day with some cereal and a red Cello cup. It feels so nice to be in this new chapter of my life. I used to be so depressed in high school and in my freshman year of college. I just honestly never thought I would make it to this age. It's so crazy to be 21. I'm in therapy. I'm taking medicine for mental health, and it's honestly, it's made my life so much more better. I was always scared to take medicine because I thought it would like make me lose my sparkle. If anything, it has made me radiate even more. I felt like I was like a victim of my emotions, like they were running the show. Little things just don't get to me anymore. Honestly, even big things. My stress levels have gone down so much. It has allowed me to like be excited for my senior year of college because I usually fucking hate school. It's only gonna get better from here, and I really wish I could share this to my younger self. I'm gonna get ready for my interview today, eat this banana because, you know, what's a glow up without some healthy food? Summer I've been working in a retail grocery store. Before then, I used to care so much about what other people thought of me, what other strangers thought about me. Being surrounded by people in 8-hour shifts has definitely made me so much more confident speaking to people and the way I present myself. If I did this interview like 4 months ago, I would have been freaking the fuck out because I didn't have enough time to prepare. And that's totally valid, it's totally understandable, but I feel like right now at this point in my life, I just feel so much more confident. I'm gonna go get ready for my interview, and I'll let you guys know what happens afterwards. The interview lasted 30 minutes, but I think I did like a really good job. I hope they pick me.
1 week later.
I heard back from the interviewers recently, and I was rejected. Honestly, I would say it's thanks to the medication that I'm not crying my eyes out right now. I feel like in an hour it'll pass, but I'm just gonna let myself be sad right now. I was really looking forward to it. I feel also kind of relieved because then I will have a lot freer of a semester. I'll be a TA this year, and even though I won't have a second job, I think that's probably for the best because Lord knows that I like my free time. I fucking love my free time. I don't know what to do without my free time. So, you know, I feel like maybe that's the direction the universe is pulling me towards. Even though this is really sad, I still remain very optimistic about what the future holds. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. Yeah.
After that, I did some much needed self-care. I compiled a vision board of what I want my life to look like for my senior year. I already have a feeling that this is going to be the best year ever. Oh, and this is my printer that I got at Goodwill for $5. I still leave the sticker on because I'm just so proud of that find. My goal for this academic year is to just have as much fun as I possibly can, and to eat healthy, to make memories.
I included fashion styles that I wanted to try, things that I wanted to focus on things that I wanted to eat. I also focused a lot on the social activities that I wanted to do more of this year.
Everyone, to Today is Sunday, the day before school starts, and I am going on a road trip to Minneapolis. I recently quit my job. I've been having really bad neck issues, and it was to the point where I couldn't even turn my head. It felt like I was having nerve damage, and I visited the chiropractor. And I've just been having neck issues for honestly as long as I can remember now. With an x-ray last year that the reason is because C2 or C3 is twisted and misaligned, so when I turn my neck it catches onto a nerve and it's just this excruciating feeling. So I had to quit my job because they were like, you can't miss any work unless you want to get fired. And I'm like, well, then I'm going to get fired. You know, I was really entertaining the idea of having like 2 to 3 jobs this semester. And I feel like if that didn't happen, I wouldn't have remembered my priorities, which are that my health always comes first. So yeah, I'm just trying to have as much fun as possible because I have a lot of free time to spare now. I've been saying yes to dinners, parties, bar hopping, and now I'm going to a road trip to Minneapolis before school starts. My friend wants to go adopt a cat, so we're gonna go do that. We are going and returning the same day. I'm going to a concert out of state next week too. Ever since I made that mood board, I have been getting invited to things left and right just this week alone. I feel like if it was me last year, I definitely wouldn't have said yes to so many things, especially bar hopping and going to a concert so spontaneously. But you know, fuck it. I don't know if any of y'all believe in astrology and new age spirituality, but something that I learned recently was that Mars was going into Gemini. It's just supposed to increase your sociability. When I was a freshman, I wished that I could be doing all of these social events, and I just thought just by going to college that I would just magically be thrown into opportunities where I could hang out with people in concerts and parties. But you know, something that I learned really quickly was that you can't just expect things to go that way without any action. I used to be just so quiet. I just was kind of expecting people to come up to me and just start talking, but that's not really how it works. If I could give any advice to me yourself, I would say nothing fun is happening in that corner that you're hiding in. No one is going to go there. No one wants to go there. Who wants to be in the corner of a room when the fun is happening in the center? You have to take the step. If there's anything I noticed is that everyone is a kid at heart, and you're not going to get very far if you act like you're too cool or you're too old to do things. It's okay to make fun of yourself and be playful. Something that was holding me back was my fear of being seen. And you know, there's times when it still gets to me. Sometimes I am really scared of just being myself. The thing that helped me through that was thinking that I'm gonna switch from becoming a background character to a main character. I need to start thinking and being comfortable being a main character. So if I would get stares walking down the street, I used to just feel like maybe I'm doing something wrong, maybe I'm not supposed to be here, I just didn't feel like I belonged. I switched the narrative and I said, you know what? The main character is always different, and the main character is always the center of attention. And I switched my thinking from believing that I'm doing something wrong to believing that I'm doing something right. It's time for an OOTD. This jacket I got from a clothing swap. This shirt is from Five and Below. Belt is from Walmart. These jeans are from the thrift store. Dad's shoes are from Walmart. Pepper spray is from Amazon. Wallet is from Poshmark.
This was my first time going to Minnesota and also Minneapolis, of course. It was so amazing, and I was almost culture shocked by the amount of Viking memorabilia that there is. At one point in our trip, we ended up going to pick somebody up who was finished with a play, and so they were having like a big fancy party, and there was so many bougie people, and I was so underdressed for it, but it was so cool. When I woke up that morning, I did not think that I was going to be in Minneapolis pretending to be part of somebody's play and eating their fancy ass food. It was so cool. Also, this is Zamboni's face reveal. The cat is named Zamboni.
Honestly, the cat's name really suits it well because they're very silly and they're also very cute. I just finished showering. I came back like an hour ago. It is currently 12:30 in the morning. It was such a fun time. I loved it so much. Definitely one of my core memories. It was such a magical time. I definitely would love to live there one day. It gave me some Portland vibes for sure. It just seems so like hipster and just so beautiful, and like every corner that I looked like the amount of trees and the amount of foliage and like how people overgrew their lawns. It was just so beautiful. Like it reminded me of The Last of Us. I definitely love to go there again, and I will. Actually, this Friday, I'll be going to a concert with my friends.
The next day was my first day of school. I was really nervous, and I also got lost a few times. I liked it a lot. I'm taking a film class, so that means I'll be making better videos. So yeah, thank you for going with me on this wild, chaotic journey.